All right, guys, happy Monday. We're going to talk about this calendar that your subs passed out. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you have August and September. On the back side of August, September is October, November, and then on the back side of November, December. So this is your schedule of assignments, your assignments calendar for the rest of the semester. The only thing that would change this would be if we came back at a level 1 where everybody was in class every day, okay? But until that point, this is going to be your schedule. I just feel super comfortable with you knowing what's coming. That way I'm able to field any questions easily while I'm gone. Let's look at our calendar. So if you notice, we do start in August. You can squiggle out these days here because we've already gone through these days. And it is a B day, so notice that I have the days labeled A or B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, you know, every other day it's labeled. So today, this is your scheduled assignment. Now you will not have homework in my class if you get what is scheduled completed. So you can see that this says Toys R Us, Comp Quiz, FTE. Now you might be thinking, Mrs. Riley, what is FTE? So you need to write this down as well. FTE equals finding text evidence. So know that anytime you see the letters FTE, it's referring to the finding text evidence assignment. So those are the activities you're going to do today. I do want you to draw a line through main ideas and details. That's a misprint. I'll draw it on the A day too. That way you know that that is not on our list of activities today. You'll also see that you have another no red ink assignment called nouns. So your grammar review is going to be nouns. Just like last week, you're going to log into Google Classroom. You're going to find the grammar review assignment, open that up. The link to the website and the notes are posted, so you'll be able to access that right away. This is due on Friday, okay? For both A and B days, it's going to be due on Friday. Let's go back up here. So this says Toys R Us Comp Quiz Finding Text Evidence. So in your binders, which you should all have with you, you have a copy of our Toys R Us article. So what you're going to want to do today, because this is Monday, the 14th, your B students, read Toys R Us, okay? I do have a video. It's just a black screen video of me reading the Toys R Us article. If you would like to follow along while you read in your head, you are absolutely welcome to do that. But make sure you read Toys R Us first, front and back. Then you are going to do the comprehension quiz. Now this is a Google form, and you'll want to complete that on Classroom. So if you are watching my screen, let me move this up here. Okay, so we're in Classroom. It'll be posted for you all, but for me right now, this bar up here. So it will be posted for you, but because I'm filming this on Friday, you aren't going to see it yet. So you're going to go into Toys R Us, Main Ideas and Details, open the assignment, and click on the Google form that says Toys R Us Comp Quiz. Okay, so now that we're in Google Classroom, you're going to open up whichever cohort you are. You guys are cohort A. So you'll see the article here, and it's labeled Toys R Us Comp Quiz. You're going to click on that. Again, because it's Friday, the quiz is not unlocked yet. I don't want you doing this over the weekend. You'll answer your questions, submit. You should see your score right away, and then you're ready to move on. So let's look back. Let's look back at our calendar here. So once you have your Google form completed, now you're going to go to Finding Text Evidence. Again, Finding Text Evidence. All right, so now you are in your assignment, and you'll see the videos posted here. What you're going to want to do is hover your mouse over each of the videos. This one is Finding Text Evidence. This one is Main Ideas and Details. You're going to open the video. and watch the video titled Finding Text Evidence. This is going to walk you through the article as well as the page right after your article that says Finding Text Evidence. So this page is in your binder and you'll want to follow along with these questions that are in your binder. The only thing I want you to make a note of is that here it says you're going to highlight or underline, and just know that you are only underlining. You will not be highlighting. You're going to be using pencil first, and I do make that pretty clear in the Finding Text Evidence video. So once you have the comprehension quiz, let's flip back here. Once you finish reading, you've finished the comprehension quiz, and you have completed your Finding Text Evidence. That means you underline with pencil, you color code, and you are completed. Then you're going to work on your grammar review nouns on No Red Ink. If you get these things done that are scheduled for today, you will not have homework. Yay! Okay, that means if you do not get one of these finished, that becomes your homework for when I see you on this day. Okay? If it helps you to cross out the days that you are not here, that's totally fine. Just know that you are on a particular day and we will stick to this schedule. All right? If you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email and I will do my best to answer those from afar. All right, guys, so it's super important that we go over our list of non-negotiables. Notice this says in all forms of writing. So your social studies teachers, your math teachers, your science teachers, your reading teachers are all going to know that you know what non-negotiables are because we talk about them in English. So we're going to go over these together. We're going to talk about some correction marks, and then we're going to write an example of what we are looking for with non-negotiables. That way you have an example and there's no excuse for you to not be using these things. Okay? So let's look at our list. The first thing we need to do is make sure that we capitalize all the letters that begin a sentence. Punctuation always ends a sentence. We always use complete sentences. The word I should always be capitalized. And there should be no typed spelling errors. You have this great thing called Google. You're able to look up words that you don't know how to spell. However, if you are writing, you will need to go back and make sure that your words are spelled correctly before you submit a final draft. What I want you to do is if you are handwriting a paragraph and come across a word you do not know how to spell, I want you to do the best that you can and circle your word, okay? So if you are stuck on a word and you can't figure out how to spell it, sound it out, do the best that you can, circle it. That way you or your teacher know that you need to look up that word later and you can make that correction. Okay, so now that we're talking about corrections, let's get used to these universal correction symbols. So when you need to capitalize a letter, you are going to underline it twice. Now make sure if I take the time to write something down or make a note, you are doing that as well, because this is staying in your binder so you have access to it. I want you to have all of the information you need to be successful. When you need to use a lowercase letter, you're going to put a slash through the letter. When you need to insert a space, a piece of punctuation, a word, or something else, you're going to use this tiny little arrow called a caret, not to be confused with the vegetable. When you need to remove punctuation, a word or a phrase, there are two different ways you're going to do this. If it is something small, like a piece of punctuation or a small word, you're going to give me a little curly Q. If it is a phrase or a whole sentence, you're going to do your little curly Q and then just stretch out your line for the length of whatever it is you want to get rid of. When you want to rephrase a sentence, so you write something and then you're going back through to read it and it just does not sound good whatsoever, you're going to make a little sideways S, kind of a squiggly. And if you don't know how to spell a word when you're writing, what should you do? Circle. So make sure you have those correction marks. All right, let's practice a non-negotiable paragraph. It's going to be pretty easy, but you need to make sure that you're following all of our rules up here. That way we have a good example. All right, here's an example of what my teachers will be expecting. I am writing a paragraph. Paragraphs are made up of 3 to 8 sentences. Now make sure that you write out the word 3 and you write out the word 8. The first word of a sentence is always capitalized, and punctuation shows me where to stop. Practicing these skills makes me a better writer. All right, now if you noticed, I did speed up the process of me writing. So if you need to pause the video, please do that. Just like all of our other videos, pause when you need to. That way you're able to catch up. This is gonna go right behind your assignments calendar. That way the first couple of things that you see are your assignment calendars and your non-negotiable pieces of writing.